I'm Jenny Huerta, Media and Communications Manager for the City of Cedar Park. Thank you for watching CPTV 10 News. It's news that matters to you. Today we're attending a utility damage investigation workshop for professionals. It's hosted by Texas 811, the City of Cedar Park, Atmos Energy, and Texas Gas Service. This is a regional partnership for community safety, but we're about to show you why it's important to you as a homeowner to always call 811 before you dig. The ground is soft and there's not a cloud in the sky. It's a perfect day to dig until a gas line is hit and the telltale hissing noise that comes along with it brings everything to a halt. This is what it sounds and looks like when a gas line is hit and ruptured, as shown in this mock-up demonstration to industry professionals from across Central Texas.
We laid a empty line and we set up a service, things like that. For safety purposes, we filled it with air and demonstrated when we dig it and what happens when it hits it.
I think it's a great way to show the public. A lot of people learn better with hands-on or a visual experience versus reading it. And so I think it's a great opportunity for them to experience firsthand what happens if they hit a line.
The next steps are critical to your safety and that of those around you.
If you accidentally hit a natural gas line or you're around somewhere where a natural gas line has been damaged, we ask that you leave the area immediately, go upwind, get far enough where you cannot smell gas any longer, and then call 911 immediately, and then call Atmos Energy's emergency number as well. If you're operating equipment that's in that ditch, if you're in a backhoe or a trencher and you cut a line, don't turn it off, leave the equipment running, abandon it just where it is, and call us from a safe distance.
The reason? Just look at what can happen when natural gas meets a static spark from a piece of power equipment. It's important to note, it doesn't take a piece of heavy construction equipment like this to cause damage to a gas or utility line. It's something that can easily happen with a shovel in your own yard.
This is a 1-inch polyethylene line, and with polyethylene, most of the gas lines that are put into the ground in the distribution system since the early 80s are polyethylene. The nice thing about polyethylene is unlike a steel line, this doesn't corrode. It will last a long, long time unless someone digs into it. Now, with a polyethylene line, it's very easy to damage it with a shovel.
Yellow is the color for gas lines, and they're prevalent underground.
A lot of gas lines that we dig around, those are actually buried right with our water lines. We're out there making repairs and doing new water taps and things like that. So we see the gas line all the time.
Texas 811, gotta call 811 before you dig. It doesn't matter if you're on a big backhoe or if you're just planting a tree in your yard. And I don't know if a lot of people understand how important it is to call.
It's a simple 811 call. It's a free call. They'll come out there and mark all their utilities for free. And that way, if you do have something in the way, at least you know what's there. And it will help you in the future because there could be fines involved with that.
But safety is their top concern.
This is a group of people who are stakeholders. They're utility people who own gas, electric, phone, water and wastewater utilities. We want to work as a group and provide a safe environment. We want to be out there and making sure that everything is done as safe as we possibly can.
And if something does go wrong, the gas company will be there.
We do not work in a gaseous environment. We're going to eliminate that gas first, then get in and make our repairs. So we appreciate the public being patient with us. I know sometimes it may cause a lane of traffic. Our emergency responders are a great help. The police and fire, they stay on site. And again, sometimes it can take hours, but there's a specific reason that it takes a while, and that's to make sure that it's done safely.
So remember, always call 811 before you do any digging anywhere. It's for your safety and it's the law. For more information, visit texas811.org. I'm Jenny Huerta, Media and Communications Manager for the City of Cedar Park. Thank you for watching CPTV 10 News. It's news that matters to you. Hi, I'm Jenny Huerta, Media and Communications Manager for the City of Cedar Park. Thank you for watching CPTV 10 News. It's news that matters to you. Back on July 4th, 2014, the clock tower here in the town center neighborhood was all dressed up in red, white, and blue and teeming with parade spectators for the first time ever in Cedar Park's history.
See that? That one right there.
With star-spangled sunglasses, patriotic pets, and most everyone donning Old Glory in any way imaginable, it would look like the people of Cedar Park are old pros at celebrating Independence Day.
We're actually from Michigan originally, and we used to have this kind of stuff all the time. 4th of July is huge up there.
Kristen Butler and her family just moved to Cedar Park, and this is their first parade here.
I'm looking forward to looking at the cars.
Truth be told, this is the first ever 4th of July parade in this fourth fastest growing city in the country.
I hope this is the fourth fastest growing parade in the country, and we're off to a great start. There's an amazing number of people for our first parade that are here to participate. I'm looking down the road, there's a ton of people lined up. You know, we talk a lot about community pride events, and this is one of our biggest requested items is, why can't we have a 4th of July parade? Well, guess what? We have one now.
Mayor Matt Powell says he hopes the parade becomes an annual tradition for Cedar Park.
Happy 4th of July!
And from the looks of it, it will. It's not something that Gumi Gonzalez takes for granted. Why he brought his grandchildren Joshua, Aaron, and Elena.
So they can see, you know, the luxuries that we have in this country, you know, to be able to celebrate and be able to, you know, voice our freedom, you know, publicly like this. It's great.
His son-in-law and grandkids' father is a U.S. Marine.
He's a motor T, and he kind of like owns all the trucks and fixes them, and has to be like in the passenger seat out and go in Afghanistan.
Their favorite part of the parade is no surprise.
Are you excited to be here?
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
I don't know, seeing all the trucks go by.
There are pipes and drums, firefighters clowning around, and jeeps, and more jeeps. Cadence Slagle says she's been to about 20 parades in her 7 short years, and it all comes down to one thing.
My favorite thing is when they throw candy.
USA! USA!
Her grandfather, Max Abeta, is a Vietnam veteran who served in the 1st Cavalry Division Air Mobile from 1967 to 1969.
We love the USA, and any little demonstration or big demonstration that can show support for our country. And so these 4th of July parades are just real neat.
Councilman Lyle Grimes agrees.
Just showing how much we have patriotism here in Cedar Park, and our residents really love America and really love to have these events and traditions.
Is what it takes to make this a 4th of July Cedar Park style.
This land is your land, this land is my land.
The 4th of July parade isn't the only parade you'll find in Cedar Park. We also have the Veterans Memorial Parade and celebration each year at Veterans Memorial Park on New Hope Road. For more information on parades and special events, visit cedarparkparks.com and click on Special Events on the left navigation menu. I'm Jenny Huerta, Media and Communications Manager for the City of Cedar Park. Thank you for watching CPTV 10 News. It's news that matters to you. Hi, I'm Jenny Huerta, Media and Communications Manager for the City of Cedar Park. Thank you for watching CPTV 10 News. It's news that matters to you. April showers bring May flowers, or so the saying goes. You know, spring and summer weather isn't always pretty here in Central Texas. In fact, it can turn severe in a matter of seconds. Cedar Park's own Emergency Management Coordinator, John Bright, shows us everything we need to know to weather the storm during severe weather season. On a rainy day in Cedar Park, Emergency Management Coordinator John Bright is out looking for trouble. He has no trouble finding it. This time it's a wreck on the 183A toll road.
They're just not used to driving on this, you know, when we go for a long drive period. And it tends to be, anytime it rains, we tend to have quite a few accidents within the city and the surrounding areas.
Even in the drought, Bright says flooding still stands as the most common weather-related issue in Cedar Park.
It's basically based on our topography. You know, we kind of sit on a rocky surface. It takes the water a long time to absorb down into it, so most of the water tends to run off.
Nationwide, Bright says flooding makes up about 75% of disaster declarations.
It's very serious. You know, floods equate to more fatalities a year than any other thunderstorm activity. In the United States, we lose about 100 people per year due to flooding, which makes flooding one of the most dangerous activities or dangerous events that happen during a thunderstorm. And that's higher than tornadoes, hurricanes, or anything else out there.
Especially when you add drivers to the mix. It's why the city of Cedar Park has installed permanent barricade gates that emergency workers can simply close when the water starts to rise at the city's 4 low water crossings along Peachtree, Sumac, and Cypress Lanes and Cedar Park Drive.
We try to stress the importance of the National Weather Service's slogan, and that's turn around, don't drown. Just about any roadway that might be flooded such as this, there's going to be an alternate route to get around the roadway, and it's just not worth it to try to cross the road with water running over it. And you're putting yourself at risk. At a minimum, you could very well lose your car and possibly even your life. The other big concern is going to be lightning. Roughly about 50 people per year in the nation get killed by lightning. You're outside and not in a protected environment, and lightning strikes, you're definitely at risk. So we encourage people to stay inside your vehicle, and just shield yourself from lightning. You know, avoid some of your outdoor activities such as, you know, water activities, golfing, stuff like that, where you'll be out in an open area where you could, in fact, get struck by lightning.
Bright also has some advice for seeking shelter during a rare but possible weather event in Cedar Park.
We really discourage anybody from getting underneath an overpass during a tornado. What happens is the tornado spins will generate underneath this and actually could be stronger underneath an overpass than they would if you were anywhere else. So we really stay away from the bridges and overpasses during tornadoes. Get in a low-lying area in a ditch or a place like that.
If indoors, Bright says seek shelter in a structurally sound ground floor room, such as a bathroom or closet that is away from exterior windows.
We have 3 actual tornado sirens in some of our parks around the city, and that lets people that are outside hear the sirens, especially if they're in the park areas and so forth. So we'll blow those sirens, and we also test those sirens on the first Wednesday of every month.
Bright says staying informed about the ever-changing weather is key.
Times of this product are 2 a.m.
Get your weather radios, get your smartphone applications, sign up for CP Alert Me, and watch the news. You know, our forecasts in this area, they're really good. They're going to stay on top of the storms, and they're going to keep you very well informed.
Bright says it's important to know the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch means that conditions are favorable for a storm to form, so be on the lookout. A warning means that a storm is occurring or is imminent and you should take cover. Bright says it's also important for everyone to have a family plan of what you'll do during a disaster or an emergency, and also keep a kit of supplies on hand with things like medication, food, water, and flashlights. For more information on how to have a plan, make a kit, and stay informed, and to register for CP Alert Me, visit cedarparkprepares.com. We'll close with one more familiar adage. If you don't like the weather in Texas, wait a minute, it'll change. I'm Jenny Huerta with CPTV 10 News. Thanks for watching.